BDR FHIR streamlines end-to-end encryption with HTTPS and CryptoJS for patient and analyst downloads and migrations for added protection. Now all servers, devices, iPhones/iPads, Androids, and all devices with a browser, receives the requested file securely, in motion, then ready for their use. Now the patient or analyst or any credentialed user enters their credentials to begin entering the BDR FHIR application. After a successful login, the user is prompted for a second authentication with their two-factor authentication application. Enter that code and if valid will then enter the BDR FHIR patient and analyst reporting, download and migration application. Now from the iPhone the user has selected the FHIR server parameters, preset by the administrator, to start selecting the resources and fields. Optionally with selection criteria. The user first selected the patient resource, added two fields and selected the criteria to view only information from Dallas. Next the user searches for columns with name in it and selects two more fields for the report. Now the user switches to the observation resource to select fields from there for their report and later migration to the Snowflake data lake. Now the user selects fields with the beginning of the word starting with subject. The user then adds two more fields for their report and clicks the run icon to run the process to create the selected report file. Now the user reviews the results of their selected report and after deciding if it is what they desired, they click on the download icon to securely download this report. The BDR app has yet another added security prompting the user for another two-factor authentication code for allowing the secured download of the report. After successfully adding the correct two-factor code, the user clicks the Generate button that created an encryption code that will decrypt the securely encrypted report and transit to their device via the BDR CryptoJS security and decryption process for the report. Now the user selects the download icon that will start the secure process of downloading their requested report to their device. In this, no iPhone or other apps necessary to make the securely downloaded file viewable and usable by the patient, analyst or any authorized user. Here the user is now reviewing the downloaded data and has full control of its usage. Now the user. More for analysts and scientists. Instead of, or in addition to downloading the report, the user can migrate the data to a data lake for additional analysis, machine learning, or other processing. Here we see after the migration has completed, the report data is now stored in Snowflake securely encrypted. This encrypted data may be decrypted with a BDR proxy or Spark, Java, Spring Framework microservices. Here we are viewing an HL7 raw data file transmitted by a healthcare facility. Now the user is establishing the predefined parameters so migrate this HL7 data into the FHIR repository. The HL7 data will be processed in motion and stored in its final at rest data source in a secure, encrypted format with AES-256 encryption. Neural networks, machine learning, data governance, outliers, pattern recognition, biometrics are at the core of BDR's reporting delivery for FHIR. BDR is a Spark, Java, Spring Boot framework. BDR's UI makes it easy for patients, analysts to select resources and fields for reporting and migration, for additional analysis. Class code is encrypted to secure against reverse engineering. Facilitates low-latency backups with securely encrypted data for quick restores when held to ransomware attacks. Meet HIPAA, CMS, CCPA, GDPR, GRC. Regulations with AES-256 encryption, two-factor authentication and our secure proxy to simply read and access the encrypted data from e-commerce, websites and applications. Reach BDR at 847-440-4439 for more information.